Why do we work hard to solve small problems? Why do we reinvent ourselves and our clients over and over? And why are we giving away marketing strategy for free? It's time to bring home bigger paychecks. It's time to create the lifestyle we deserve and to make a greater impact. This is the Fractional CMO Show, and I'm Casey Stanton. Join me as we explore this growing industry and learn to solve bigger problems. All right, today I want to talk about your abilities to market a company and why that's not the same thing as marketing yourself. There's this really weird kind of problem that we face as marketers, but all businesses face this. I first heard it as the mechanic's car, right? It's this idea that a mechanic, the person that you hire to fix your car, has an old jalopy that he drives around, right? It's always got problems going on. Or you talk about the shoemaker, the cobbler. His shoes always have holes in them. That's probably true with your marketing. You're probably a great marketer. But I'll tell you what, it's difficult to market yourself the same way you can market other companies. I remember working with companies when I got started in marketing, and I was working on a New York Times best-selling book launch. And I'm talking to the executive. In this situation, it was Peter Diamandis, the futurist. He started the X Prize Foundation. Peter's just a king of the futurist space. And I just remember how much he struggled to kind of see his own greatness and write it in a way that was like inspiring. Because I saw it plain as day, but he just had a hard time articulating it. Because he has, his whole life. He knows who he was before I knew him. And that's kind of who he's considering himself to be, like kind of his whole life. And I'm just seeing him as the guy who, is doing really cool stuff right now, and I can write about that cool stuff. I wonder if that's true for you too. Can you see in your life just the few great things that you've done recently and be able to put that into a pithy, attention-grabbing, converting headline and funnel? Or do you find that you kind of get stalled? You kind of don't feel like you really know what you can do to help somebody. So if you're kind of in that camp, that latter camp of just kind of not being able to promote yourself well, it's totally normal. And it's probably, a therapist might even say, like, that's probably pretty healthy. You can't, tell everyone all the great things that you do and be this incredible self-promoter, right? Maybe that's a narcissistic quality. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. But the idea here is, I want you to be able to get good at that, and it is not necessarily easy. We've got a member in the group, and she said, I'm trying to put together a case study, because a case study can be a really effective way to market and show people that you've done something. I go back to Gary Bencivenga's Notion, the copywriter. He says, anyone can make up anything that they want. They can promise anything that they want, but it's only with proof that you can show that you've done it before, and it tells someone that you're able to do it again. Right? So proof is the most important thing. Literally any website can have any statement on it. But if the proof isn't there, you just don't trust it. So you want to have overwhelming proof. You want to show that you can do it. So with this woman inside of our CMOX Accelerator, she came on as a really experienced marketer, having worked with Fortune 500 brands, has done some really great stuff. She says to me, Casey, I don't feel like I really have any great examples. I don't really have any great results to put into a case study. I said, okay, so take some time and see what you come up with. Just give me a list. And 2 days later, she comes up with a list. It's 2 screens tall of all the stuff that she's done. And it's absolutely incredible. One thing that she said that she did was she was able to launch a new app and generate what came out to be just about 1 new user a minute for 90 days. An incredible number. She also worked with high-end influencers right when kind of the influencing game got started. Now, was she the company that went out and found the influencer? I don't know. But she certainly identified the campaign and made it happen, right? She didn't have to own the company that did it. She was a worker in the company. Was she a consultant for it? Maybe. Was she an employee? Maybe. I don't know. But she still did the work, right? That's what matters. So she was able to pull together this kind of incredible list of things. And then I personally walked through it one by one, each line, and said, this one, not as powerful as this one. Out of these 25 outcomes, I think these are your 5 most powerful. And I think you should rewrite this one to include this, et cetera, right? To really put together like a punchy, pithy, irrefutable, I'm a badass list. And the reason that she needed to do that is because she was standing in the way of her own greatness. And I bet you are too. I bet you've done great things in the past. And you might say, you know what, Casey, I can't take credit for it. It wasn't my idea. Someone gave me the idea. I listened to a podcast and I learned about it. Okay, but did you implement it? Yeah. Did you have your hands in it? Did you get to experience it? Could you do it again? I like people, generally speaking, I like people who are a little slow to take credit, right? I think that's like a good kind of like life skill. Be slow to take credit. Let other people take credit. Just generally. As a leader, that's our job. I think of us as when, let's say the CEO is mad, you stand up and you take those arrows. That's your job. When the client's upset, you take those arrows. But when the client's happy, you step to the side and let the team below you take all the praise. That's your job, right? That's how you are a good leader. You protect your team and you praise them. But in this situation, I want you to take that praise. I want you to come up with a way for you to tell people about your greatness, about the great things that you can do. It's with that you start writing a through line through your life of the work that you've done. And if you say, I've done this and this and this, and I'm working with these kinds of companies, and if you're like this, then I can help you do that. That starts to tell a really exciting story. Maybe you're like me and you're kind of a Jack or a Jill of all trades. You've done a lot of different stuff. You know your way around Facebook ads, Google ads, Outbrain, Taboola. You know how to get on the backside of WordPress. You're comfortable with FTP. Maybe you've SSH'd into something before. You know what putty is, right? Maybe you're that technical. Or maybe on the other side, you're really good at branding and you've got a lot of depth there, and the design side, and maybe you're a InDesign Photoshop marketer. Right? Maybe you're a copywriter. Maybe you've grown up in the discipline specifically of like Claude Hopkins and the Garys, Gary Halbert, Gary Bencivenga, John Carlton, like that kind of thing. That's cool too. Like you have these experiences, and I want you to take that and I want you to consider how you can apply that to a story about you and saying, I've done this before, I can do this for you. Your ability to market another company is not the same as your ability to market yourself. You're going to struggle marketing yourself, and that's normal. And a big thing that will help you, honestly, is having other people see you from the outside and tell you, actually, no, that is a big deal. Oh, no, that is something for you to be proud of, for you to celebrate. Inside of the CMO Accelerator, that's what we do. We help our members see their greatness and come up with a way to describe it so that they can go win business. At the end of the day, a company's going to work with you if they believe you can help them achieve their goals. And the best way they can believe that you can help them achieve their goals is because you've helped other companies similar to them achieve their goals. I know it's a little lewd, but if you think about weight loss ads, the before and after weight loss ads, it seems like all we do as like a human race is we look for those weight loss ads and we look for someone who started off where we are now and they have what we want. They went from being 20 pounds overweight to being ripped. That's what we want. We want someone that's probably our same ethnicity, right? Our same height, right? I've got a beard. I probably am looking for a guy who's got a beard who did it, right? Like you're looking for proof that someone else had the experience who started off exactly where you are and got to where you want to be. And with that proof, it has your attention. And then you kind of go through your other decision points in order to make that ultimate decision. So what I'm encouraging you to do here is to consider your greatness and know that it's not easy to market yourself. And if you find that you struggle identifying your niche, identifying how to kind of share the greatness that, the great things that you've done and kind of what you can do for others, I encourage you to get other people around you that believe in you and that want to support you and see you be successful. So that's the CMO Accelerator. That's the small group that we have of committed marketing agency owners, marketing consultants, full-time marketing employees, former VPs for organizations in the marketing department, single Pringle marketer freelancers that want to increase their wages and increase their impact as a fractional CMO. So if you're one of those groups, or you think that you could benefit from being in the group, come see if you have what it takes over at cmox.co/invite, cmox.co/invite. And there you'll be able to watch a short video that I put together kind of about what we've got going on and see if it's a good fit or not. Certainly no pressure, but I think that we could help you potentially and do what we've done for our other members, which is to help them identify their niche, identify their offering, get really good at sales, build a full pipeline, and then attract, convert, and serve their clients every single month, every single quarter, every single year, on and on and on, so they can have a really great lifestyle, make a lot of money, make a huge impact, and be in control of their life. So if that sounds interesting to you, head over to cmox.co/invite. Talk to you soon.
Thank you for joining us for today's show. For more information and episodes, visit our site at fractionalcmoshow.com. Go ahead and punch that like and subscribe button on your favorite podcast app. It means a lot, at least to my mom.